My project is all about the Newlyn market, looking at the rays that are coming in and if it's a sustainable market. And these are the journals that are out there at the moment. There are absolutely loads of all the sustainable markets, looking at whether they're viable. We've got a picture of a ray, and etc. So, take it from the top. I will be collecting data on the rays that are being landed, looking at their sizes, the sex, the quantities, and comparing to my secondary data, the journals and the project that was taken before me by my second year. And I'm just going to get her results back, because it's just been marked, and looking at what she's done and comparing to what I'm currently finding. I'm going to be looking at whether it's sustainable and the size of the rays, whether they're increasing or decreasing when they're being landed. And over the time of my project, as well as the past couple of years, I'm going to be seeing if the rays are sex mature if they're being landed, and if the sex of the males are more than females. So if the males are coming in more than the females, does that mean that the females are being left out there so they can reproduce, or is it the way that the rays float on the water, or are they just being catched more? So I'll be looking at that in more depth. I'm going to start my project in September, and hopefully going to be going to the market once a week, depending on the boats that are being landed, hopefully twice a week, but I won't know until 3 days in advance when this is going to happen. The limitations to my method is the catches that are going to be at the market. So I'm only going to see what comes in the boxes. There can be a bit of a bias thing, as I don't know about discards that are going off overboard. I don't know whether it's going to be illegal and unregulated catches, that's the word. And what part of the seas that they're actually fishing in. So they might be on the west side, they might be on the east side, depending on the boats that they're catching. So hopefully I'm going to be seeing if I can get 2 different boats that are catching in 2 different seas, and comparing where if they can fish down the east side, that they're catching more rays compared to the west side down here and being landed. Now, Newlyn, there has been various reports of Newlyn saying that their fisheries are at a dangerous low level. But according to South West News, this has actually been proven wrong. On December 28th of December, between there and Boxing Day in 2010, which is just gone, 400 boxes was landed. Now, last Thursday, there was another report saying 440 boxes was landed of fish. Is this sustainable? Or is this just an increase in reproduction? Is there something happening in the oceans that's actually making them reproduce? There has been a report of 2002 that Newlyn has been taken to court and been fined £188,000. This is because of the auctioneer, the fisherman, and the owner was filing false claims of the fish that was being trawled in. So on the report they'll say, well, they caught like your ling and stuff like that, when in fact they haven't. They caught your cod and your hake and your anglerfish, and they've been taken to court for that. And that's one of the things I'm going to be studying, is like, are they actually sticking to quotas and the regulations of the rays that have actually been pulled in. And I'll be working alongside with Andy Wheeler as well, who deals with the fishermen. So I'm not coming in as a stranger and the fishermen are like, well, we're not telling you anything, because I'm going to be there with Andy. They know him, so therefore I'll get more information out of them and make sure they're actually sticking to the quotas and regulations to these rays that are coming in. And that's everything from me. If you'd like to ask me any questions, feel free.
Why have you chosen rays?
It's more sustainable fishery. My personal thing is I love sharks, so I would have loved to do the small hand sharks come in, but it's so unregulated, so my mouth's full up. So unregulated that I can't get any results that come in, and it would be such a long period of time. I have to do it for 2-3 years to get the data that I would need. But rays are coming in more frequently, that it's more data and more to look at to see what's happening.
Do you think there'll be an indicator to the general health of fish stocks or not?
Hopefully. If they're sticking to the quotas regulations, saying, well, okay, this week we're only putting in 200, and next week putting in 300, they're not actually going over the quotas, over the regulations. So I'm going to try and see if I can actually help keep the sustainability of the fisheries alive.
Was this a project last year?
Yes, Emma.
It was, Emma, that's right. And if I am not mistaken, we came to the conclusion that they don't bring rays in whole, they bring in the wings.
No.
That's what we thought.
That's what we thought. And the
that's
difficulty was about sexing them.
That's right.
and she was originally going for smooth hounds,
Yes.
and that's why she switched to rays, because you can sex them.
Oh, what? But
On the
So they work
underneath it, the males have like two almost sausage bits,
yeah.
like
But do they bring them in whole, or do they bring
They
They
do
do
just
it
the
in
wings?
whole, just
They
like
do.
this.
Oh, they got the whole thing.
Whole
Right,
thing.
Okay, no, that's answered the question.
I think from our side of things, it'd be really interesting for you to set up some really nice links with the fishermen through Andy Wheeler.
Yes.
Some direct links, get more of a sort of a link between the project that you're working on with FHC and the fishing community. I think that would be really helpful to build those links.
I'll be going down with Andy and Emma, the second year that did this project, to help build those contacts, because she's already made those contacts and going back to say thank you, and I'll be joining in as well. It's like, well, I'm Lynsey, I'll be continuing this project as well.
Cool, thanks very much, Lindsay. If you could send Ben and Hayley now.
Do I start?
Yeah. So I'm gonna
My name is Lynsey Marie Gray. My project is looking at the rays that have been landed at Newlyn Market, looking at their size, their sexual maturity, and the sexes that are being landed, and whether they're increasing or decreasing in the sizes over the years. The bid went really well. There was a couple of positive comments that were passing through, a couple of questions that went flying, but apart from that, everything looks sorted for my project next year. Thank you.
very good.